y'all? It's your boy Dame1KK back with another video. Today's gonna be a little short video. I'm just gonna be talking about how I feel like being nonchalant in a relationship is not the way to go. It's not the way how to move around, and it's actually more so moving like you're unhealed or you're moving damage from somebody else. Because why are you not expressing yourself to the fullest? Why are you not expressing yourself fully to that person? Or why you can't come and it's just like for one, right? They'll be like, oh, I didn't want to express this to you, or oh, I knew I should have held back besides saying things to you. And it's like, what do you mean you should have held back? You know what I'm saying? It's like you should have actually released, because if you want to be fully connected with somebody, I feel like you need to let out your thoughts. You need to let out any trauma or anything that you had in your past, anything that you deeply feel like you can connect with. Let that out, because at the end of the day, if that's your person, you need to go ahead and treat them like your person. You don't need to treat them as, oh, if things go wrong, I'm about to just go ahead and hold back. I'm gonna hold back on this. That's what I was dealing with through a lot in the relationship. It's a lot of held backs, especially in the beginning. It was just like I couldn't even get her to meet my parents at one moment, because she felt like, on a negative aspect, if things was to go wrong, she wouldn't want, me to be introduced to the family, and then it's just like things go wrong. But it's like you can't think like that. And unfortunately, things did go wrong. But at the end of the day, she met my parents first. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, it's, you gotta be mutual. A lot of people in the relationship as well, they move one-sided, and that's that nonchalant shit that I'm talking about. Once you go ahead and move one-sided with somebody, how is it? You know what I'm saying? A relationship is two people. It needs to be a team. How you gonna disband the team and expect things to work out? That's like queuing up on Warzone. You playing duos. Your teammate lead the lobby. Now it's a 1v2, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make sense. And it's just like I feel like a lot of it go vice versa. Males do it as well, but throughout my experience, it's just like the females that I experienced with throughout this one, like from out the recent relationship, it's like she's not connected. It's like she's not connected with herself as well. And it's like that's hard on me, because I'm trying to find herself while trying to find myself, and that's too much at the same time. Because I'm gonna be honest, we're young. You get what I'm saying? We're young. We're trying to find ourselves. We're trying to develop ourselves. Same thing as somebody else. And it's like you can't put kind of what you got going on onto somebody else, and then when they react to it, it's like, oh, I shouldn't have told you. That person have the right to react. You get what I'm saying? Vice versa for me. I feel like I have the right to react, but you have the right to say what you have to say, because that's real. You get what I'm saying? I don't want you to hold back what you have to say or be fake, moving around. That's a lot of holding back tally marks, or holding back what you have to say. It's just like all that builds up, and it becomes resentment. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I really feel like you shouldn't be doing that, because at the end of the day, holding back on what you really have to say to somebody, that comes out in the end. And I can go ahead and say that, because from my experience, I released a lot of things, and she was like, oh, you controlling, or you're doing too much. So I went her route. I go ahead, chill out, and I just go ahead and relax. But when I go ahead and relax, I don't feel relaxed. I actually feel a lot inside of me that I want to release, but I'm holding it in. And you know what that makes? Resentment. And it makes me feel miserable. And it's like, why am I feeling like this in a relationship? And I've told her this, and it's like, oh, she asks me whenever we're good, are you miserable? Of course I'm not going to say I'm miserable, because I'm not feeling that at the moment. But when a negative situation happened, and it's like, oh, you want me to hold my energy back? Duh. How am I going to feel happy if I'm holding back what I really have to say? And that's what she do, but that's what I don't do. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that right there is something that really is involved in a lot of relationships that I heard. And it's just like, that's what caused a lot of disbandment, because at the first, you gotta really think about it. If somebody's treating you like they're not there, well, they're treating you like you're not there, how are you gonna love on them? It's gonna end up feeling like you're chasing them. And once again, you cannot be chasing somebody in a relationship. If like, I really don't understand the chasing shit, because honestly, if y'all in a relationship, y'all should be chasing each other. It should be mutual. It shouldn't be one person chasing this or one person chasing that. And I understand that y'all get in arguments, so then that can happen. But when y'all both in the wrong, it don't make sense to be, oh, well, you gotta chase this. Y'all both need to put your pride and y'all ego down, because if y'all in a relationship, y'all want to work things out. You get what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it be certain shit that you can't work out, and then somebody also keep pride, and it's like, well, it's gonna have to be that. You get what I'm saying? And another thing about being nonchalant, I really feel like it's also like I was back to saying unhealed, because if you're not fully giving your energy to somebody, how can somebody give their energy to you? That's another thing. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of things. I feel like I went wrong in the relationship with comparing, other girls, or how other girls would feel in a relationship. I would take accountability. I know that I was wrong for doing that. But at the same time, with the situations that's happening, as far as the trust issues, or I'm asking for the phone and I can't even see it, it's just like, well, I'm about to go ahead and tell you, like, it's other girls that's begging to be in position to be with me, to go ahead and deal with better shit. You get what I'm saying? It's just like I'm giving you something, and it's like, yo, you're not even allowing me to give you what other females will allow. I'm asking, can I post you? I express, I show you out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm asking about other things, and it's just like, oh, I'm not ready, or oh, I don't do that, or I never did that before. Okay, you never did it, but let's do it. You get what I'm saying? It's a new experience. I'm here to go ahead and treat you right, and you wouldn't even really allow that. And then it slowly got better, but it's just like the fact that I really have to develop and process that in is crazy, man. It's crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people said like you can't heal a hurt person, and I really looked at that down. I thought that wasn't gonna happen to me, but it's true. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's true. Like you can't heal somebody that's hurt. They need to heal themselves on their own, because they're gonna bring a lot of baggage and a lot of stuff to them towards the next person, and they're not gonna handle that. And I also witnessed a cycle throughout the relationship. It's just like I'm not the only male that was expressing or feeling this way. It's, oh, they're crazy, this and that. I'm not gonna lie, maybe they weren't crazy. Maybe you were, you feel me? You were triggering, or maybe you were causing something, because it's like, why am I feeling the same way with them? Like feeling the same thing they're feeling. And it's like, whoa, I never felt like this with no other female though. Never had. I promise you, any female that I talked to, I never felt that way. And I promise you, they more so can vouch that I was being sweet and nice to them. That's the reason why they was actually fucking with me. The only reason why, the only downfall for real was my commitment. I wasn't trying to commit. I ain't gonna cap, I wasn't trying to commit. But I was being truthful on why I didn't want to commit though. And that's the, most respectful thing I could do. And if they ain't fuck with me, they ain't fuck with me. And that's why I respect it. But at the end of the day, it's just like there was nothing else to it. But her, this one relationship, it's just like, wow. I'm reacting out of character. It's like, yeah, it's a cycle that isn't really even me, because if I know that it's not me, then why am I doing it? And the thing is, I already know a lot of people say, well, why didn't you leave? It's been multiple situations where I've stepped out the relationship and then I hop back in because of the love and the potential and the sight that I have for the person. But when that person keep pushing it down, or they keep doing things wrong, knocking it down, it make you just, keep on doubting, and it make you keep on just, it slowly make you just dislike them. And you try to love that person hard, but it really don't work, because when they keep adding things to it, it's like, yeah, no, I gotta let you go. So eventually it just came down to that point, and it was mutual. She felt like she was gonna let me go as well, because I wasn't letting her speak. It was too much. And it's like, whoa, you caused a situation like this. And it's like I'm expressing how I really feel. And it's like, well, that's how you feel. You're gonna let things down? I'm gonna let things down. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you can't take accountability to realize that you were wrong, I gotta let you go. But my fault, y'all. My battery was low. But basically what I was saying is, that nonchalant shit, bro, that shit do not work out in a relationship, because really think about it. If two people's being nonchalant in a relationship, how is that gonna work out? That was the main thing I was explaining. If two people's being nonchalant, how is, you know what I'm saying? Somebody has to show expression, and it was me. But it's like I need both. I'm not gonna be expressing all the time, and it's not mutual. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, that's really the main issue in a lot of relationships. All that nonchalant or being P and all that. You do that in rosters, or you do that in talking stages, I guess. But in a relationship, I feel like expression and emotion and fully connecting with that person is needed. You don't need to be holding back or not really giving your energy out all because you hurt from the next person. You need to heal on your own. But y'all let me know if y'all fuck with this video. I probably got another one that's dropping tomorrow. And I'm out, y'all.